Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Omni viewer, and I'm here today with news for both the Godzilla anime trilogy and the MonsterVerse. Why am I putting the two together? Because they both somehow have something to do with King Ghidorah. Now, I could have also done something about how the Bandai figures have given us our first clear look at anime Mechagodzilla, but I'm guessing half of you are sick of hearing me talk about how ugly this thing is, and the other half of you are sick of looking at it because you agree with me and think it's ugly too. So let's just forget about that and focus on the other stuff. First up, this poster has recently appeared. This is our first official tease for the third Godzilla anime movie. Now, you could look at this and think, okay, 3 golden streaks of fire might kind of look like the 3 necks of King Ghidorah, but that's not anything really solid to go on. So, good thing it's not the only thing we have. We've also got the reverse side of the image, the text of which, when translated, says, "Prepare for the golden end." I'm just going to assume that's not a euphemism for something and move on to the next bit of information. The title for the third movie, as of this particular juncture, is Godzilla Planet Eater. Of course, we might get something very different for the official English/international title, but for now it's Godzilla Planet Eater. So, planet-eating creature, 3 streaks of golden fire, prepare for the golden end. Pretty certain this is teasing King Ghidorah. It also potentially precludes the popular fan theory that Space Godzilla would be the final opponent, but such is the way of things. I mean, come on, you really think they weren't going to bring in King Ghidorah at some point? Now, of course, this raises an obvious question. If Godzilla is already several thousand feet tall, and this new movie is being called Planet Eater and teasing King Ghidorah, then how big is King Ghidorah going to be? I mean, he might not necessarily be big enough to literally swallow the planet, but he could still potentially be really, really big. And hopefully he looks better than this, but I said we're not going to devote too much time to that, so let's just move on. The next bit of news comes to us from Michael Dougherty's Twitter page. He posted this image with the accompanying text, "Just another day at the office." Now, why is this significant? According to some sources I've seen, the reason he's recording the sounds of a rattlesnake is because those sounds are going to be incorporated into King Ghidorah's roars. That makes sense, of course. A snake's sound effects are far more appropriate for King Ghidorah than for Rodan or Mothra. Then again, it's also possible this is for one of those alleged original kaiju who are going to be showing up in the movie. Popular theory seems to be it's for King Ghidorah, though. However, I should also make very clear at this point that just because snake sound effects are going to be used for King Ghidorah, that doesn't necessarily tell us anything about what King Ghidorah will look like. After all, these noises are probably going to be heavily altered and mixed with all other sorts of sounds. It would make sense to give King Ghidorah serpentine features, of course, but again, that doesn't necessarily mean he'll be reduced to just a giant 3-headed snake. Remember, the raptors from Jurassic Park have dolphin sound effects, and they look nothing like dolphins. So there you have it, some really big news for King Ghidorah this day. Still no official word on what either of them will look like, though. And as always, you are free to leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Until such time as we meet again, this is the Omni viewer signing off.